Hey, it's your brother D on the VBB, world-famous Venice Beach Boardwalk. And today, we've got with us Danny and Canon of the band Tide Eye. Guys, say what's up to the people.
How you doing? Peace and love.
Howdy.
All right. So, hey, guys, thanks so much for hanging with us today. I saw you guys doing your thing a couple of weeks back on the boardwalk. I really dug the sound. It was very psychedelic. And so I'd love to talk to you about your influences, how you came about being musicians and all of that. So, Danny, why don't you start first, man? So what inspired you to play guitar?
Just I guess the love for music. I've always just had it in me since I was a kid. I started playing guitar, and I switched to drums, and then I came back to the guitar and played a multitude of different instruments. So, yeah, and I'm very influenced by psychedelic music, as Canon is as well, and I don't know, there's something about it that we just love. The free form, you know, the ability to improvise and, like, just fun.
Well, let me ask you this, though, before you go on any further. I just had to say, based on what you said, man, you do realize that you're actually now sharing the same sort of story with Van Halen brothers, right? Because you know that Eddie started off on drums and Alex started off on guitar, and then they switched, and you just did it all by yourself.
Yeah, I don't have any brothers, so I kind of just did it in my own mental space, I guess.
And playing more than one instrument, I mean, that's kind of like Prince. So you kind of sharing that story too, brother. That's awesome, brother. So I love that, hearing that. And as far as you, Canon, what about you? What inspired you to start playing drums?
Well, I think it was hearing records and hearing drum takes that, you know, make you feel like you want to do them yourself.
And who are you listening to?
Tame Impala, MGMT, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Kind of like that new psychedelic music.
Okay, now I myself am unfamiliar with those bands, so this is actually great. This is like a lesson in some music for me as well. So those are psychedelic bands that actually inspired you to actually start drumming.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I started out on guitar, but when you hear a record with a drum fill that's just insane, it just, you know, it makes you want to get up and just learn how to play the fill so you could play along to it. Or make someone else think that same thing about your playing, in a sense.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. There is nothing like that. That feeling. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, as a fellow musician myself, you know, when we hear people that inspire us, we first emulate them. We go, oh, I got to get that guitar lick down. I got to get that, you know, that drum fill down. So yes, and that's where we start. And then eventually we start creating and creating our own thing and our own sound and style. And so, what about you, Danny? What are some of your influences, and how did you get eventually into psychedelic music?
So I'm definitely the old school psychedelic. He's the new school psychedelic. And so I'm influenced by, like, Hendrix, Jefferson Airplane, 13th Floor Elevators, a lot of those 60s psychedelic rock bands, Grateful Dead, all that stuff. I mean, even Led Zeppelin, like everybody from the 60s, Black Sabbath, all those guys really are what made me want to sit down and learn the riffs, learn those drum parts, learn all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes, brother, man. Well, I have to admit, I do resonate with you there as far as that old school stuff, because I grew up as well on Jefferson Airplane, Zeppelin, and yes, definitely some of that stuff is very psychedelic. I mean, you listen to Kashmir, brother, and yes, and that can take you on a trip. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Did you guys start off doing covers? Did you guys start off literally creating original music off the bat? Like, how was it?
Well, before I joined the band, he already put out 2 records. And before that, I was making my own music, kind of doing my own thing. But since I joined, we've only been, you know, working on originals and the stuff that he already had written and, you know, new stuff, of course. We still play covers, but, you know, for fun and, you know, when the time is right.
We enjoy playing covers here and there, but I always say, like, we're not a jukebox. So
it's like, no, you can save your dimes, baby. You know what I'm saying? There's no requests. We got our material. We're coming ready.
Take your time, it's the line, clever design.
So, Danny and Canon, you guys respectively play guitar and drums. What do you guys do for a bass player and a singer?
So, well, I do sing. Usually when we're on the boardwalk, I won't sing. We'll just jam. Occasionally we will, if we decide to bring all that equipment. But for bass, we always bring a bass amp out with us. And if anybody's walking by and they seem interested and they're a musician and they can play, we invite them in. So that particular day, you happen to catch us with a bass player who came with his girlfriend. She was singing. We had a mic that day, and she's playing harmonica as well. So we asked them to come in, play with us. The keyboard player, his name's Donovan, and we brought him out that day with us. We're like, hey, you want to come jam with us? He's like, yeah. And then the bass player showed up maybe an hour into us playing, and that's just how we do it out here. Is if somebody wants to come play with us, we'll invite them in, and we are looking for bass. So if somebody wants to be a permanent bass player, you like the music, let us know. Contact us, and we'd love to have a permanent one, but we don't mind jamming with people. That's the fun of Venice.
All right, guys, so my next question to you is this. So you guys are steeped in psychedelic music, and has psychedelic plant medicine played a part in either of your journeys as musicians?
Short answer, yes. We don't have to go into details. I mean, but yeah, we do quite a lot of psychedelic medicine. I'm glad you said medicine, because it is medicine. It's very healing. A lot of people kind of take it the wrong way, but our music is very influenced by a number of different psychedelic medicines. And I mean, you could even, some of the songs on the first album and the second album are in the title, in the music. And a lot of the music, if you listen to the lyrics, it's coming from a place of psychedelia, of being on a trip, if you will. Opens you up. It kind of takes you, especially when you're creating art or playing music, it takes you to that place. Like, it's hard to explain, but that flow, that creative space where you can like pull things. And I think a lot of times I feel it's easier to write and be creative and create artwork when you are up in that zone and you take it back with you. And that's the gift of the medicine and coming from source creation, all creation. We're all working in tandem with each other, so it's coming from some place, and the ability for us to use that and channel it into our art, that's like the greatest gift of all. So to be able to tap into that is great.
So hey guys, where can people catch you guys on social media?
So our Instagram is @_tide_I, @tie-dye. And then also our Linktree /tie-dye. That is where you can find everything, our YouTube channel, Spotify, SoundCloud, everything. We're working on an actual website. We're also working on like a merch store right now too. We actually have handmade tie-dyes that we made.
Oh, hey, check this out, guys. Handmade T-shirts, like with the tie-dye logo there.
So
that's kind of cool.
It's not just the name tie-dye. And we know how to spell it, but we got our own thing going on there. Tie-dye your third eye. That's hinting at the next album. We're going to be releasing an album soon during the summer. So make sure to follow us on those. Follow us on the Linktree, our Instagram, YouTube, subscribe.
And one more time, that Instagram again?
The Instagram is @_tide_I.
And go ahead and spell that just so people know you talk about that third eye now.
We're talking about the tide of the ocean or the laundry detergent, Tide, T-I-D-E, and the eye of the ball, the third eye. So, yeah.
EYE, y'all. There you go. So, hey, guys, thank you so much for actually hanging with us. I really had a great time just talking with you guys about music and hearing your musical journey. Thank you so much. And, hey, guys, that was another show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time. Be blessed.
Peace.